Good morning, everybody. It's Lynn from A Bit of Birdsong. I just woke up about 15 minutes ago, fed the cats. I have my coffee. I like this little coffee cup. I found it at a thrift store when I went to the beach one year. Anyway, I must have been sleeping pretty hard on this side. It looks so red. I wanted to do a quick video this morning. Honest to goodness, I can't catch up. I just cannot seem to catch up after everything that happened this past summer, or this summer. It's fall now, so what do you say? Anyway, I worked out here last night in my journal, and I just wanted to show you what I've done. I also made a shoulder bag with some of the fabric scraps I have. I wanted to go wild and use a lot of these trim pieces, but I didn't. I am going to make one of those, but this one ended up looking so like normal and pretty. I decided just to leave it without adding too much more to it. Not that wild random scrap pieces are not pretty. It's just that it was going in a direction that I kind of didn't want to mess with once I got started. I dreamed last night that I got my hair cut really short. It was like in a bob. I mean, it would turn under. And where was I? Was it some event? And I was actually brushing my hair under, like trying to get it to curl. And I really liked it in the dream. And I woke up this morning and said, that is just so strange that I liked it so much in the dream. Anyway, and I didn't feel panicked when I woke up. I don't think I'm going to cut it, but it's interesting when you dream something like that. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera to the desk. Okay, let me just show you some of the things that I added. I added a large silver bead and a really sort of a heavy dark button. I thought it would be neat to think that this maybe came off of a heavy cloak or something. Just seemed fitting for this October journal. Don't think I did anything else to the outside. I did cut this down. If you remember, it was hanging over, and there was something about that I just didn't like. So I cut it, and now you can see the owl. I still have a place where I could put something under there, but you know how when you look at something for a while and you think, I want to change that. I glued down a little piece of scrapbook paper that says October, and then I painted around the edges to try to get it to blend in with the fabric and everything. I think I'm going to put something over this, something clear, and I do have an idea. Hopefully it will work, but anyway, we will get to that. Let's see. Nothing on this page, I don't think. I was just doodling, sitting on the couch last night, and that is a page where I was planning out a page to go on my website. This is just a doodle, but I was writing things down. That was just kind of a little note for the day. And then there's just more doodling and making notes for the day. I did sew a little piece of scrap fabric here, and I did come back and add a little bit of white to her. She's pretty wild. That's just a really simple drawing. I was sitting on the couch last night and I just put this little spider web in here, and what does that say? Oh, that's referencing that. And then I wrote spider here. Where am I? Okay, that I never did write anything that day on that page. I thought this paper was really pretty, and it reminds me of fall, even though it's probably springy in a way. But right now there are so many pretty wildflowers, and they do tend to change color. It's like that one large burst of life before it gets really cold. I added one of the butterfly stickers. Let me see. I really like these. I had never seen any like this, I don't think. This paper is interesting. And I got these at work. We got several sheets of these, so I was able to get one. And we have to wait 24 hours before we can purchase something if we work there. That's why I always sort of make it sound like I might not have been able to buy one. And then the old bag. And there is just a little drawing from last night when I was sitting out here. And then there is a collage that I worked on last night. The object of the game. This really made me think. I didn't mean for it to seem like she was the object of the game, but then it kind of felt that way. So I just sewed these X's on and then stamped this circle. I have a box of things that I call shape makers, and it's fun to dip them in paint and then just, you know, make shapes on the page. And that one's fine. Anyway, I accidentally closed the page while this was still wet, and it got paint on her face, and I wiped it away, and she's still, you can see her, it's fine. But then I went back and added some circles around the edge, and oh, there is a little, a little person, a little creature that Carolyn sent in some Happy Mail. And it just looks so, it's got like a tribal vibe, which makes me think of tradition and dance and like fires and things. And the color, of course, it's perfect for this. And I think that's all that I've done at this point. I think that's all that I've done. I like to come up with things that I can put over entries that I don't really want to have on the channel. And I just add tape to the edges on the inside and the outside. And then that makes a nice flip out page. I need to still add my stamp to this, my birdsong stamp. Okay, let me show you this bag that I made. It's very wide, but this is what I wanted. I wanted to be able to put large things in here. Like if I go to the store and they say, do you need a bag for this? No, I can put it in here. I did make a large pocket on the outside, each side, and then I stitched down the center because that's going to be perfect to hold things like my reading glasses. You know, I like to carry some extra pairs, and that way they don't just kind of fall and get mixed in with everything. And I had this little heart trinket or whatever that I sewed. That, I probably should have ironed this fabric, but I didn't. It's got this crease in it. It's okay though. I mean, I'm not disappointed with it. I made a couple of tucks at the bottom of each one of these pieces to get them to stand out a tiny bit. So there's another 2 pockets, and I happen to have this little trinket with an L on it. So I put that there, and I did add this piece of trim. The handles, or the handle, I should say, it's just a long strip of fabric that I've turned in on itself and then hemmed so that it's really durable. I made it very long so that I can sew it to the outside and cover up the seam. I like it a lot. I really like this bag a lot. You could actually probably reverse it because it's lined. But what have I got in here? That's a bag of art things. Like tiny little scissors are in here. And I have washi tape and pens and paper clips. And then that bag is more like health and beauty things, like my Burt's Bees that Sandra sent me, and hair stick. I've got some extra like ibuprofen in there, or acetaminophen, whatever it is. I got this yesterday. I love it. I just wanted a small wallet that I could keep my cards zipped up in. For a little while, I was carrying a planner that had a slot for that. But the slots get worn out, and I just don't like my cards where they can fall out and get lost. So this keeps them zipped up in there. What else do I have? That's just odds and ends. I know that I've got some spare keys and, a little light to see the door. Oh, wait, that needs to come out. That's something I found. Oh, and that too. And that, apparently that. Interesting. But then that just stays with me. The St. Christopher, Jason's mom got that for me. What else is in here? Another flashlight. And then this thing, which is kind of like a weapon. It's really heavy. Jason's sister got me that. that should go in there. So let's turn this thing inside out and just see. It's not going to be, I've probably totally changed the looks of it by adding everything on the outside. So I don't think I would want to reverse it, but it is completely lined. So you could reverse it if you wanted to. Let's get rid of that string. Oh, it looks like I might need to add. I might have to touch up that pocket. I don't think I did enough back and forth over here. Anyway, that's what I wanted to show you this morning. I am really sorry that I can't seem to get myself caught up with life and get back on here on a regular basis. I've got so much I want to put on here, so much content, and it's just, I can't seem to catch up. Is it possible to have like a stress reaction from something like what happened over the summer? And those of you who don't know, my daughter fell on May 31st and broke her leg pretty badly and had to have surgery. She broke her tibia and her fibula near her ankle and had the surgery, had plates and screws, but then she was immobile, or non-weight bearing, I should say, it took us 3 months to get past this, and she has a 2-year-old. So I altered everything, which I did not mind doing. I altered my schedule so that I could be with her 4 days a week, and then her fiance altered his schedule so he could be there the other days to make sure someone was with her all the time. And the other thing is that even though she couldn't work, and even though his work schedule was cut back and my work schedule was cut back, the bills did not quit coming in. So it was like a struggle for all of us and a contribution from all of us to keep everything afloat. And I feel like I'm still recovering from that. I think you can have a stress reaction. And I sometimes I feel like I can't do anything. I just want to sit. I have, and I work full time too. So, but I'm happy. I'm so happy with doing all of this. I love to make the fun packs, and I appreciate all of you so much. And I appreciate your being here. Thank you to new subscribers and to those of you who have been here the whole time. All right, bye for now.